Hey traders, when you get 10 out of 10 trades hit their full profit target, you know you've had an awesome week. So let's talk about that and explain more right now. Hi traders, Andrew Mitchem here from the Forex Trading Coach video and podcast number 302. And as I mentioned, when you get 10 out of 10 trades in a week, all hit the profit target, the full profit target, you know you've had a really good week. And that's exactly what we've had. It's just been an awesome week on the membership site that we have. So to start with, we have had 6 out of 6 of our daily trade suggestions this week, all hit their full profit targets. They've ranged between 1.5 to 1 reward to risk, which was the lowest, and all the other 5 are 2.2 to 2.8 reward to risk. So very high reward to risk on those trades there. All 6 of those have been published on our membership site. On Monday of this week, if you have a look at your charts, you'd have seen there were those very enormous and quite ugly gaps on pretty much all the currency pairs at the beginning of the week. So Monday was a write-off. We didn't take anything then. Today's Friday. And so later today we have the US Non-Farm Employment Change, the monthly results out of the US for their jobs data. So I'm expecting Friday to be a fairly quiet day, probably leading up until that information. So I'm talking about just 3 trading days. We put 6 daily trades on our membership site, all in real time, all for people to look at, to learn from, and all 6 have hit the full profit. And on top of that, because I said 10 out of 10, last night I held a webinar in the European session for my clients, a 2-hour-long webinar. I took 4 trades on a live account in real time in front of people. We had 1 trade on the 1-hour chart that made a 2.4 to 1 reward to risk. Had a trade on the 30-minute chart that made a 2.9 to 1 reward to risk. Had another trade on a 30-minute chart that made a 1.8 to 1. And a trade on the 15-minute chart that made a 1.2 to 1. Put those 4 trades, just those 4 trades together, half of 1% risk per trade. And anybody who followed that webinar, all my clients, would have made a 4.15% account gain just by copying those 4 trades. Taken in real time, you could see the trades setting up, explain where the entry and exits were going to be, why we're taking the trade. 4%, 4.15%. That's just an incredible amount in just following a webinar and learning in 2 hours, real time. No hindsight, no just picking out the good trades and ignoring the bad trades. 6 out of 6 on the dailies, 4 out of 4 on the webinar. On top of that, we've got our forum site where clients are posting trades. We've got our chat area on our forum site as well where people are chatting and talking about different trades. All I'm doing is talking about the daily trades and the trades from my live webinar just yesterday. 10 out of 10, an awesome week. Does that happen every week? Of course it does not happen every week. You know, but when the market's showing the conditions are there and the trades are there and you're selective, it just shows what can be done once you know what you're doing. So as mentioned, be careful with the US Non-Farm Employment Change data. It's the last one of 2018. It could be quite volatile possibly just after that, maybe depending on the result, but just shows what can be done if you know how to trade, if you're following along with someone who knows what they're doing, a mentor. 10 out of 10, you know. Can you get better? Well, you can't get better than that, can you? So just wanted to share that with you. If you'd like to know more or you'd like to see some of those trades or you'd like to jump on board with us at the Forex Trading Coach, just send me an email, andrew@theforextradingcoach.com. See you this time next week. Bye for now.